I just put my arm over Adele's tea, and I was like, why is Adele's computer so hot? And that's why. Anyway, welcome to our podcast. Luna's being a little bit of a drama queen right now.
Oh, you started.
I did. I don't know how much of it it's actually picking up, but we'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much.
No, but I've also been talking like this, so it's kind of quiet, monotonous.
Monotonous?
Monotonous. Yeah, see, there's a spike.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to wheeze a little, that's fine.
There.
At least I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just closing the door. I'll make my grand entrance.
Oh, spicy. That probably went right in someone's ear.
Mm-hmm. Right. One of their sides. I think it's like directional, so it might come up on... Maybe not, though. I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see.
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Who's Chelsea?
Me. I'm Chelsea.
Oh.
Hi. Let's just riff it.
Just riff it. Just grip and riff it.
Grip and riff it, bud. I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Oh, that sounded nasty.
Yeah.
Was that nasty? Were we talking about nasty things?
I mean, no, but... I was talking about talking about more other podcasts on any macro thing whenever Justin opens like a pop can or something.
Yeah,
and both
Larry.
Griffin and Travis are like, yeah, grip it and rip it, bud. What do you got there? What's going on?
I'm drinking water.
Yeah, me too. Well,
And
and
you're
tea.
drinking tea.
It's too hot though.
I already talked about your tea.
Oh my god.
I put my arm over your tea, like, because I was getting the mouse,
Mm-hmm.
and my immediate thought was, why is Adele's computer so hot? So, yeah, that's...
Proud of you.
Thank you. I have no brain cell. Brain empty. Head empty.
Head empty?
Head empty. Head empty.
Is that like Humpty Dumpty?
No, it is, but he empty. There were no mess, no gore.
No
He
gore.
just water on the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like Charles II. Apparently, his head was full of water, and he had no blood in his body. We don't know.
We don't know. That's one wild description.
When he decided to retire from court because he got ridiculed a lot, and he was like, "I'm fucking sick of this."
Mm-hmm.
He retired, and he became obsessed with dead people, and then just started like, disinterring his dead relatives, and like so he could like poke at their bodies.
Hate that.
I know, right? He was fucked up.
Yes. Oh, can you?
Can I do this thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crack kid. Yeah.
Yes. I think about that kid like 10 times a day. I hope that kid's doing okay.
Me too. That was probably 10 years ago when that video came out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Wild.
No.
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Blessings be upon you.
That too.
Just do it.
For those who can't see what Nick just did, they were doing a hand gesture and it looked like the Nike symbol.
Like right in front of the face and then away. It's like a check. Blessings be upon you. But then it was like, just do it. So I just had to do it.
Gotta do it to him.
Just gotta do it to him.
You know I had to do it to him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, here we are. We are still in quarantine.
Yes. Well, I think it's going to be a weird order because I think this one's still... We're going to release the coronavirus one.
And then we're going to go back to our regular schedule.
Yeah,
program.
and then we're going to have our regular episodes. I think there's only one...
Yeah.
Okay,
So
there's
this
going to be
is-
another one in between that we
This
recorded
is like, oh my god, I think
way
this is
before.
episode 13.
Trying to do math because Corona's going to be 10 and then...
We have 2 after that, so 11, 12. So this is 13.
Do we have 2 or 1?
Well, there's 10, and then there's... Because 10 was the one I started editing but didn't finish, and then we have 11 after that.
So this is 12.
No, this is 13. Because coronavirus is technically 10.
No. And then but the one you were doing was 10,
Yeah.
so now it becomes 11.
No, because 12 doesn't exist anymore. So this is episode 13.
I don't know about that math.
It makes sense.
It doesn't.
It does.
No.
Listen, okay, let's look at it.
Hold on, we're pausing and checking this.
Prove my point.
Okay,
Anyway.
only because I forgot that I thought the one that you had been editing was the only one we had left.
Oh, no.
Like, I didn't realize we had
We had one more after that.
another one after that.
Technically,
I don't know what we got going on.
I've given up on a schedule.
Yeah, me too. For now, at least.
Time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle, but also life happens.
Exactly. So it's fine.
Also, like, we genuinely just forgot to release one week.
Yeah, like I had it on her
It's
calendar
fine.
for a while there, but it only went for a month because I was like, oh, this will probably end. Like, we'll figure out a new schedule after that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. The thing is, like, we're still gonna release stuff. It just might not necessarily be on time. On everyone else's time. It'll be on our time.
Our release schedule is whenever the fuck we want.
Yeah, at least for now, and before, as it's still something that we just do for fun.
Yeah, like this
It's
is
not any sort of like.
We are not beholden to you. You do not pay us money to do this.
No, yeah, we do this because it's
Oh
fun.
god, is this a hobby?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We have a hobby together.
Adele, we have a hobby together.
How cute is that?
That's so sweet. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. It's fun because one of our first friend dates was like to go to an embroidery workshop together.
Yeah.
So like we have multiple hobbies together.
Yeah, we do.
Ah!
We speedrun this friendship.
We really And yet our 1-year friendiversary came and went and we forgot about it.
Yeah, but that's when did we actually meet? Was it February?
Yes.
Okay.
It might have been January, but I think it was like early February actually. Was it before? No,
You two were still. This was revealed in the Corona episode. You and Chris were dating.
Yes.
This was while you two were still together.
And we broke up after Valentine's Day. Like, not like right after Valentine's Day, but a little bit after Valentine's Day. Because we went to the Titanic musical together.
Right.
And that was great.
I
think about that musical all the time. It was so good.
I love that. But I think it was then either end of January or beginning of February.
Yeah. That makes sense then. Our friendiversary.
Yeah.
We can start with, okay, well, when did we go to the embroidery workshop?
God, I don't fucking remember. Let me go look at my emails.
Okay. Because, like, I think that should be, like, we could use that as the official friendiversary thing.
Yeah, because, what the fuck?
What is
Oh,
what
sorry,
is that?
it froze for a second.
Okay.
Oh my god, Griffin McElroy just went live on Twitch again.
Nice.
Oh wait, that was at like 10 a.m.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
Tick, tock. I wonder if you can hear that, actually, the TikTok.
Oh, we shouldn't use that. That was months after.
But
That was in September.
September. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because we started doing the RPGs before that.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah, the like Dungeons and Dragons and Star Wars and stuff.
Hmm.
I wonder if there's another way. Let me look and see if this is gonna be so boring. We're gonna cut out most of this.
This is fine.
Because I want to go back and like me and Chris's conversations and see if I can find it, which is unlikely.
Can you search in a conversation?
I don't know.
Here, let me see.
No.
Okay.
I've committed to doing it this way
You're
now.
valid. I'm gonna check something right quick.
Either way, it does that. We just heard a bonk at the door. So, she wants it. You coming in, baby? Luna, for Fox's door, if she just hits her head on it, I'm all over the place. If she just uses her head to open the door, it will open.
Oh.
Because it doesn't close. It doesn't close properly. So Luna hit her head on my door trying to come in.
So cute.
Or if like doors are partially open, that kind of thing, she'll do that. But like, she thinks she can always do it, so sometimes she'll bonk her head trying to open a door.
Oh,
Very cute.
Baby.
Do you want back out? Do you just want to come say hi?
Yeah, I think so. I think she wanted to make sure that the evil dog next door wasn't in here.
What are you doing? She's not an evil dog. They just don't get along.
I know. I'm not saying like she's an evil dog. I'm saying Luna thinks she's an evil dog.
Yes. You want to come here? My door was closed for the Corona one, so that was one where Luna actually just wasn't in it, except in the very beginning when she left. And well, depending if
We'll see
keep
how
that
long
in.
this lasts.
What do you want?
Love and affection and all things.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we were looking back and we couldn't find an exact time, but we're gonna say, let's say for simplicity's sake, beginning of February.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't remember why we were talking about this.
I don't either, and it's fine.
It's fine.
This is fine.
Everything's fine.
Do you know where your notebook is?
Nope. Thanks.
You're welcome. I need to get y'all some notebooks for the campaign.
Mm-hmm. That'd be fun. I was looking to see if I could. I was thinking maybe just using this one because it's also what I use for our other D&D one.
There.
But
then you get all the notes mixed up.
well, I'd like
You
say which
wouldn't,
one's which.
but-
Yeah.
I was thinking like some of those like orange campfire notebooks, the ones they used to use for spelling tests in elementary school.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well.
We had like little booklets. Like
the flip over ones that are orange and they're like about that big.
no,
Oh.
we just had like, we used to call them cahiers. Like I don't know what else to, because of French.
Yeah, French version. Okay, yeah.
But they were like, they were just like school notebooks. Like there was ones that like were pretty standard for, I don't know how to describe
You're
them.
valid.
Like everyone just, that was just what we had in school because they were cheap and yeah.
That's valid. And you know what? Schools be like.
Yeah.
But also, I went to a school in the middle of the Hicks, so.
Tell everyone you went to the school in the Hicks, Nick.
I went to the school in the Hicks. No, my school was in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Nova Scotia.
I love that.
There's a lot of middles. The closest store was this little lady's house where she sold frozen treats during those warm months.
I love that. Wasn't it like all the time? Like it was
all the time.
Even
but
in
like,
the winter.
Even in the winter, yeah. And sometimes in the winter she'd make hot chocolate too.
Oh, I love that.
And like it was one of the greatest things ever. And that was high school. So middle school there was actually like a couple stores nearby. But you weren't allowed to go there unless you were like a grade 9. You weren't allowed to leave the school grounds. Not that really stopped anyone.
Yeah.
But you just had to be sneaky about it if you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Or get someone else to go for you.
True. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. We should.
Want to do an intro?
Yeah.
Let's do an intro.
I love how that's gonna be like
Our
our thing. Just before the
For the music.
before the music.
Want to do an intro? Let's do an intro. Yeah, let's do an intro.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Liminal Spaces.
Welcome to my home.
I mean my home.
I will not hurt you. You are safe.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's try that again.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had a thought and I had to follow it through.
Fair.
Okay. You ever seen that Vine? You've never seen that Vine! It's garbage. I love it.
Fair, yeah.
Okay, let's try this again.
Hi, welcome to Liminal Spaces. I'm your quarantine-induced existential crisis, Adele.
And I'm the tick-tock of the wall clock coming from under the floorboards, Nick.
And, we're here, still in my bedroom. This is gonna be a wonky release, but that's okay.
We were in the bedroom, then we went down to the basement, and we're back in the bedroom again. It's been a month, probably, hopefully, since the quarantine.
Yeah, we'll see how long this actually lasts.
Maybe 2 months. We'll see.
We'll see.
I hope we're free. I hope the air is nice and the sun is shining.
Yeah, you can still at least, like, it's not like in Italy, apparently. I was told apparently in Italy, if you're found outside, you can be arrested and charged.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Damn, okay. Luckily still here, you can at least go for, like, walks and stuff.
In Spain, they're playing bingo on their balconies.
I fucking love that.
That's really fun.
But, yeah, so that's happening, and, in amidst this insanity,
we're gonna talk about some curse.
I'm gonna tell you about a fun little curse painting.
Oh, by the way, this is Liminal Spaces. I'm not sure if we actually said that.
I said hi.
Okay.
Welcome to the liminal space.
I
That is my
never-
self-quarantined house.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't say that part, but yes,
It
I
is,
did.
yeah.
Yes.
Listen, the entire world is a liminal space right now.
Yeah, seriously. It's a real weird space. Like, I worked for the first time since everything started closing down. I'm still at Starbucks, and, like, we're a new store. We just opened the brand new store in amidst all of this.
Yeah.
And so we're, like, we're a drive-through, so we still have that going, and it's still, like, you can come in and order and leave, but there's no in-cafe. My sister at the mall is closed. They've closed theirs down.
God, I wish that was me.
Yeah, I know, right? The next step is drive-through only, and then after that is, like, complete shutdown. So we'll see how it goes depending on what the next few days. Like, it's developed so quickly.
And maybe by the time we edit and put this one out, we'll have a little update around this point.
Yeah, we'll see when I'm editing, because this will be... Beep. We've got the Corona one.
Edit right here, Adele.
And yes.
Info right here.
Beep. Well, things got a lot worse. Neither Nick nor I are working at the moment. Starbucks is still open, but we had the option to take catastrophe pay if we felt uncomfortable working, so I did that. That was I was at the end of March. That was, it's now almost the end of April, so it's almost been a month for me. Nick was off before I was as well. We're currently figuring out how to record separately for new episodes. Yeah. I put out a bonus episode. I also realized, so in the last episode, I skipped episode 11 in the titles, and I realized that I didn't actually say anything about it. I just wrote it in the description. It's actually, it was on purpose. We lost a file, an audio file. So, in memoriam, we left episode 11 blank. Yeah. So that was on purpose, I swear. Yeah, we vibing out here. I've been inside for like almost a month now. My sister's been in for almost 2 months now. I think it's a month and a half. I don't know. Either way, I'm rambling. Yeah. As of right now, things are opening back up in like May or like mid-May, but I'm still a little nervous. Like, that's real soon. Things will be things. We'll just have to kind of wait and see, because even in the months since we recorded this episode, things have just continued and continued to get worse and worse. I've downloaded TikTok, so, if you want to follow me there, at Adele Bernadette. I did a crazy thing, and I shaved the ends off my eyebrows and bleached one and dyed the other dark. So, if you want to see that, head on over there. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a lot, but we're managing. And I hope you are too. I send my love, and Nick does as well. And stay safe. Wash your hands. And we love you. Okay. Back to the show for now. Okay. Bye. And then, yeah, we've got the Corona one, and then 2 ones that we recorded last month. And then this one, so we'll see where we are when this one actually updates.
We sure will. We sure will.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Let's have some entertainment about something else for a while. I love that. I was watching the Jenna Julian podcast, and they were kind of talking about it, and they were all like, do we release stuff still? Like, is it insensitive and that kind of stuff? And it's kind of
it's good to, if you can, and if you're being safe and it's like online and everything, I think it's good to.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they were saying, is like, in this time of insanity, you need a break. You need something to kind of give you a second to stop thinking about it, and
honestly,
not ignore it, but kind of,
there's a
take care of your mental health.
It's like for me, with my podcast, it's like when the Christmas season was happening and everything was just Christmas, I had to wait until it was February again to actually be able to catch up on everything.
Right.
Because I couldn't handle the overload. It's like me right now, where I'm going to have to wait until, like, this kind of blows over to be able to, like, catch up on all the new shit. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
It almost gives people more of a chance to release more creative stuff. Like the new Taz graduation episode came out early.
Yeah.
And Travis has been doing like live stuff. He even, I was looking on there, he even has like talks about the basics of blackjack that he just released randomly. Like he's just doing so much.
But he, like, doesn't Travis have ADD as well?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a big mood.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I need to keep busy.
You just need to keep doing
You need to keep busy.
Yeah.
I've been watching the opera every night since it came out. I'm going to be spending a lot of time at the Berlin Philharmonic Digital Concert Hall because that's free. And
there was one, I haven't watched it yet, but Amanda Palmer did a thing I think she's still in New Zealand. And she did, like, the final show of her thing, but it was a little bit different, and there was barely anyone there. They were in some giant church. Neil Gaiman, her husband, did, like, a reading of an Edgar Allan Poe poem on, one of the church podiums. Like, it's insane, but it's, like, it was, like, a live stream, and you can still go back and rewatch it. I really want to go see that. I love people doing, like, online concerts and stuff. So it's just also a very interesting time of, like, this is the first time anything like this has happened, and we've had the ability to still stay connected online and share these things.
Because, like, when things, like, where you had to, like, stay inside. The only thing I can think of in my lifetime that happened was when White Juan hit the East Coast. I don't think you know that one. So it did not hit you guys at all.
Yeah.
And this was back in, like, when I was living in Nova Scotia. So there was, I don't remember the exact time. I don't remember if the hurricane hit before the snowstorm.
Oh, shit.
If they hit in the same year. So it was Hurricane Juan, and then it was White Juan, which was the big snowstorm. So I think the hurricane hit first. But it caused a lot of damage, tore down, like, a lot of trees, and, like, just in general, like, it was a pretty bad hurricane for the time. And then there was the snowstorm, and the snow was high. There was a lot of power outages, a lot of trees also coming down, but they were also, like, completely iced over. It was when I was like a kid when this happened, and I remember just being like, no, you're staying inside for the next few days, like. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do? I'm into books. I will read. I read the entire time, and I was not bored at all. Nice. And I'm like, where did that go? Where did that go? I have books I have to read.
Yeah.
And I don't have the energy to do it.
Yeah. But
I will sit and watch an entire opera while knitting and also sewing.
Yeah. It's different for sure, but it's might not be as quote unquote like productive all the time, but you're still knitting and stuff. But like
but that's more like I'm knitting squares.
Well, still, but like because there was that whole thing of like when Shakespeare was quarantined, he wrote King Lear, and like that's fun and good, and like you can still use this as an opportunity to do that kind of stuff. But it's an interesting like thing of this digital space now of having all these like online live things become available.
And it's also kind of a pisser too, because these things could have been available the whole time.
I know.
And they're only becoming available because everyone's in quarantine.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make money otherwise.
That's true.
And I'm just...
It's bittersweet.
But I'm going to take advantage of it while it's still there. Last night I watched La Boheme for the first time.
Oh, right.
It was kind of funny. They have subtitles on, so it's like... I think it was in Italian.
I don't know.
They're usually in either Italian or French.
La Boheme is a French
play. But I'm pretty sure... it struck me, I'm like, that doesn't sound like French. I think it was in Italian.
Interesting.
Which is fucked up. But they had subtitles in English, so I was like here for it. Yeah. It was actually like, this is actually kind of funny.
Well, it's what Rent's based on.
Oh, don't talk to me about Rent.
Well,
I know.
Did you not know?
I do know. That's the problem. The problem is I enjoyed La Boheme, but I fucking hate Rent.
Fair. Yeah.
It's one of those ones that's like, oh, you're gay, you have to like watch Rent, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's fucking stupid. I hate it. But everyone just keeps shoving it in my throat, so I hate it even more.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm like I don't love it, but I'm not actively hating it either.
I'm actively hating it.
Fair.
Chris has helped me come to the conclusion that of the deadly sins minus wrath. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's also, you have never listened to the Magnus Archives?
No.
It's an anthology horror one.
Yeah.
With, like, the ideas of, like, these different kinds of fears.
You told me a little bit about it. But
yeah, and like, the avatars of the fears, it's, like, I've always liked the vast, which is, like, that being, like, you know, the vast emptiness of space and the bigness of the world.
Yeah.
And how it can be terrifying.
Yeah.
That's where I find peace. But, like, someone's like, yeah, but, like, what would be, like, your worst self? And I was like, shit. So I had to think about it for a little bit, and it would definitely be the desolation. This only makes sense to the Magnus Archives fans, probably. But the desolation is, like, fire and burning it down for the sake of loss. Like, my worst self would definitely, like, just be like, we're burning it all down. I got nothing left to lose. Nothing holding me down anymore.
Fair, yeah.
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 That'd be my worst self.
That tracks.
Anyway.
Anyways, let's talk about cursed painting.
Yeah, let's talk about curses. I have heard of this. You told me a little bit about, like, you told me the name of it earlier, and I've heard of it, but I do not know any details.
Yes, I didn't know really anything about it until I was Googling, what was I Googling? Lesser known urban legends that are still very good.
Nice.
Because there's a lot of things like that where I'm, like, very interested in these kind of things, but I don't actively know a lot of different ones by chance, like, just out of whatever.
I've started doing, like, when I find articles about, like, lists of things and whatever, or, like, interesting things to talk about on the podcast, I started a bookmark folder called For Liminal Spaces.
Good. Yeah, I want to start actively looking into this stuff more, not only for for myself, but also so then I can have a list of stuff to talk about for the podcast that I actually, and not do it as a last minute thing every time. Not that that's always a bad thing, because I find some good stuff, but I just would like to, for my own sake, would like to be more on top of it. All right.
Luna snoring.
Yeah, I wonder if that's picking her up.
Probably.
I guess.
Be quiet for a second. There it is. Excellent. Love it. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the urban legend of the Curse of the Crying Boy painting.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, be careful when you look this up, image-wise.
It's not quite how it works, but sure.
I'm just saying.
Why not?
Be careful when you look up cursed paintings. Sometimes it's, like, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
So basically, it starts off as the Crying Boy was a part of a series of paintings done by, I believe, an Italian artist named Giovanni Bragolin. I could be saying that very poorly. Giovanni Bragolin.
Yeah, Bragolin.
In the 1950s. There's a bunch of different ones of, like, young, teary-eyed children basically crying.
He had a fetish. It's kind of gross.
Ooh, yep. And, like, a lot of people loved it. Like, they were a huge fad. Like, they were selling thousands and thousands of copies of it.
So it was a collective fetish.
Apparently,
That's disgusting.
Because they were also depicted as usually poor but also very beautiful children.
Oh.
So it's like a weird...
That's a weird fetish.
Yeah, it's not great.
I hate that.
So
Can I make this worse by saying it was a fetish?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so the way it got started, because they were just kind of really pretty for a while, and everyone had one. In 1985, there was a fire that burnt down a house. It was a couple named May and Ron Hall.
So their hall burnt down?
Yes. And the way that it got portrayed this way is there was a newspaper called The Sun, and I think they're still around.
I believe so, yeah.
I can't remember if it's that one or a different one where they are famous for, like, putting out wild headlines. Either way, the headline basically read as Blazing Curse of the Crying Boy. This was also in Britain. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah,
Blaze it.
Yeah.
Blaze it.
It's still around.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, so the house burned down, and they did find a cause. It was caused by a chip pan that overheated and burst into flames, spread quickly, and destroyed everything on the ground floor.
Ooh. Yikes.
The thing is, it destroyed everything except
the painting.
the print of the crying boy on their living room wall.
Gross.
Yeah. And so the couple, like, made the claim. It might have been from, like, devastation of the loss or whatever, but they fully were, like, blaming it. This painting is cursed, and that was the cause of the blaze. It wasn't that actual thing. It was that the painting caused this.
Whack. Okay.
Yeah. And so it could have just been a thing and then gone, right? But then
Oh, no.
it caught on because there was a firefighter who claimed that he had attended 15 other house fires where everything was destroyed except the print of the crying baby.
I don't like that.
Or crying boy, sorry.
Well, crying children.
Crying children. I think
Was it all the same
I think it was
painting?
specifically this print, this version of the print. I
Oh.
don't know for sure,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty sure.
I kind of want one.
At least for now, at least at the beginning. Yeah, I kind of do too. It was a pretty image. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, see, there's different ones that have different images, so I'm assuming... Okay, no, this is the actual wiki for it, so it's this... I'm pretty sure it's this one is the one that's, like, started it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know what? The worst part is I can kind of see why people like that. That's a pretty
It is
painting.
beautiful.
That is like the kind that is the kind of painting where I kind of want to like put a blanket around that child and give him an ice cream.
I think that's why people loved it, because they just had that kind of feeling about it. But yeah, so there was an actual firefighter who claimed that it had been a thing for at least 15 other times, and then as it kind of gained momentum and got bigger and bigger, the story and the legend. They ended up having like fires all over the UK that were blamed on this cursed child after this story spread and that kind of stuff. And eventually, too, the Sun reported that even, quote unquote, like even rational firefighters refused to have a copy of the painting in their homes. And so then...
Oh, okay. That's an interesting thing to say.
Yeah, I don't know. But then that kind of like, everyone was like, nah, fuck this.
Nah, fuck this, man.
An urban legend is born. So yeah, everyone...
Oh my god. That's wild.
Yeah, so that's kind of the origin of it, and then it kind of just continued as a thing, and it just kind of got worse and worse. Like, eventually, any image of a crying child in a house fire was blamed as being cursed.
Oh my god.
Some claimed bad luck if they tried to destroy or get rid of their copy of this painting. And then eventually, this was my favorite fucking thing. On Halloween, it was I loved it. On Halloween, 1985, same year that article first appeared. So this was like less than a year that all of this insanity happened.
Okay.
The newspaper itself collected hundreds of this painting of people getting rid of it, and they were collected and burned under supervision of the fire brigade. So this is like a mass bonfire of this fucking painting of its child. Because people were just sick. Like, they were just so terrified that their house would burn down.
Oh my god.
Because of it.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is sad, but...
It makes me kind of sad, because, like, not to go into, like, graphic detail, but, like, imagine you're at that bonfire, and then you see those images, and they're, like, burning up. Mm-hmm. And those are crying children.
Yeah. It's
burning in a fire.
Quite an image.
I think that would just make it worse. Mm-hmm. How is that not just making it worse?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's a little bit terrifying.
I hate that.
So then it kind of started. It just started as that, and then it's one of those things where it seems like people then would go back and like create theories as to why it's cursed. It doesn't, like, there was no basis for it beforehand, I don't think.
It was just, everyone decided that this was happening, so it's like, okay.
That's what it seems like anyways, yeah. Like
that's like a lot of urban legends tend to work like that, though, yeah, I've noticed.
Which is kind of one of the things I find fascinating about it, is, like, there's this thing that happens, and then people retroactively come up with reasons for it.
Oh my god.
And it's just this weird phenomenon. Anyways. So there's a few examples of curse theories that I've found. There was one that said that I'm going to use the word Romani because the article I was reading used the G word, and I don't feel comfortable saying that. And I'm hoping that it's interchangeable enough. If not, I'm sorry.
Like, in the context, it feels like it could be used instead of the G word, whereas another word might not work there.
Yeah, so I don't really know for sure. Either way, I apologize if I get this completely wrong, but I'm going to say Romani. So Romani boy, they claimed that it was him who, and his family, for some reason, had placed a curse on the artist. And
They're like, why? Why not? You know?
Yeah,
Let's blame everything on them. Fine. This is fine.
So that's one. This was also like the 80s, right? So
that's
long before any sort of research had been done on them. And they were still
the 80s be?
Still very much blamed for a lot of shit. Still today are too, but I hope it's getting better. Anyways, beside the point.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's another one that people believe that the child had died in a fire and his spirit was trapped in the painting.
Really, though?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I can see why that one would work better.
Yeah.
But
the most popular theory, though, is that they believe that there was when this was being painted. Weird.
Sorry, I just wanted to feel it.
Mm-hmm. The pop filter. That's what we're talking about.
If you hear a noise when I did that, then that was that. I'm not sure if you heard anything.
We'll see. But yeah, the most popular theory is that when he was painting it, the image, the crying boy was like modeling and accidentally set fire to the studio of the artist who had painted him. And then also his parents had also been killed in a fire, and that like wherever he went, mysterious fires followed him.
Oh my god. Okay.
And this is either like it's not really explained whether like they're just mysteriously following him or if he's the one setting them.
It's the desolation. Anyway.
Yeah. And that got him the nickname of like Diablo or Devil, because the Diablo's Italian, right? So that was in Italy. That the artist was Italian.
Yeah.
So that might be why. Anyways.
I still kind of want one of these paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But apparently, supposedly in this version of the story, he had survived to early adulthood, but was then killed in a car crash and burst into flames.
Because that happens.
Yeah.
Because that obviously happens.
Some car crashes do, but most don't.
I'm imagining like guy gets into a fender bender and then just bursts into flames. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, then it's just saying that his image carried the fire curse.
Yeah.
Or the fact that it said his fascination with fire, if he was the one who was setting the fire. But yeah. Anyways.
I mean, there's worse.
Yeah.
Curses, I guess. Okay, I have a question for you. Is that everything?
I was just gonna talk. Then there's just like a lot of people are trying to debunk it, saying like rational, like every fire that they tried to blame on it did have a rational reason why this fire started. It didn't just like combust out of nowhere. Yeah. There was an actual reason for it. There's another thing that people are saying that maybe each of these prints just so happened to be made out of fire retardant.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because that would be the good explanation for why they didn't burn.
Because there was also a video within the last 5 or 10 years, I think, that's of somebody trying to burn the image itself, and once the fire went out, only the corner of it had been singed, so that might be why
it could
too.
Be, yeah. In the 80s, who knows what kind of fucking chemicals they were using there, man.
Exactly. My only thing would then be aren't curses supposed to be explicitly, not explicitly, a lot of curses are they make it happen in a very natural way or rational way, so that it's not I always thought a lot of curses are they cause reasonable things to happen, but it always happens.
It could, though. It depends on how dramatic the curse is.
That's true.
So it could be that maybe someone started the first part and then but it's also a large part of belief too.
Yeah, exactly.
Where, if maybe maybe let's say the first one was an accident, and then the second one was an on-purpose curse part.
Mm-hmm.
Then someone starts being like, I have this image, and then their house burns down, and then like it just escalates from there. Where like everyone's, and then you have like the burning of the mass portraits on Halloween,
mm-hmm. And then it creates that question of what came first, the curse or the belief,
yeah,
the
exactly.
idea. And that's one of the things I love about those
It's
kinds
so
of things, because it's
good.
just fun. It's just fun to think about that kind of stuff. But yeah,
it's an interesting idea.
mm-hmm. In its own right.
In its own right.
We've been rewatching Oron.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If your image carried a curse
Mm-hmm.
of that would like cause things to happen around it, what would you want your image to be cursed by or as or?
No. Do you have a good answer for that? Because I don't have one.
I do like the idea of burning places down, but I think that I think anyone who has my image on their wall should like experience the same kind of noise sensitivity I have, because then they just get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it'd be so nice and peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my curse.
I'd want.
And then if they don't, and then if they don't, then they won't have my image on their wall, and that's even better.
Fair. I get that. I think I would have it where if you have my image around, then you feel like you're being watched, but you're not sure if it's in a creepy way or a protective way.
So like normal with you.
Yeah, exactly. So like you can't tell, like it feels kind of comforting but also a little creepy and strange, and you can't quite discern which.
Hell yeah. I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
That was good.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you. I'm enjoying that one.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's a fun little curse thing that happened in the UK
I really
in
want one.
1985.
I really want one because we're also not in the UK, so maybe it's.
Maybe it was just in the UK. Anywhere outside of that, and like you're chill, you're fine.
Shh. The UK doesn't exist.
Not in Britain.
We'll see
Not in the
we'll see how true that statement is when this comes out.
Yeah, not in the European Union.
Ooh. Oh, at work yesterday, I saw a child's shadow moving by itself.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, was there a child there?
There had been a child there half an hour before.
I hate that.
I know, right? Anyway, yeah.
I always, like, what do you do with that information?
You just chill with it. That's how you can't. Listen, this is my entire daily struggle. There's nothing I can do with this information, with these things that happen. I just have to learn to accept that these are things that happen.
I guess so.
And you're never gonna. Here's the problem. You're never gonna get answers.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the deal with that dog was, or with that door.
Yeah.
Or it was like,
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Because, like, there's the part of me that's like, I really want to be able to see these, like, I want to see these weird-ass things happening, but then also, I don't know if I'd be able to deal with, what do I do with this? I can't do anything with this information.
But then you adapt, and then you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
At least I don't think I'm crazy anymore.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy anymore.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Like, maybe it is. Maybe I am continuously hallucinating, like, all the time.
No,
maybe I'm not.
Everything's a hallucination. We're hallucinating right now.
Yeah, if you think about it, there's actually no physical proof that anything that you see in front of you actually exists beyond being able to feel it. But that's just your brain interpreting the things around you anyway.
I know.
So. Sorry, I can see you tensing up with your existential crisis.
Well, I am the quarantine-induced existential crisis.
You sure are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just under the floorboards, baby. Oh my god. Anyway, do you want to actually do an outro now?
Yeah, let's do an outro.
Yeah.
Just because I've also thought about that before. Like, that's not the first time I've thought about that.
I know. I think about it. That's the thing, though. That, like, when I was trying to rationalize it, I'm like, well, if I am seeing things, but if I'm also not, like, how can I prove anything is real? And then I can't, so so that proves everything is real because it's my experience, and my experience is what makes everything real.
That's what I mean. Like, it's like a weird Schrodinger's cat of it's both at the same time. It's both not real, it's entirely made up.
It's Stygian blue.
But at the same time it exists.
Exactly. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
I think about all that stuff way too often.
You're valid. That's
and
life,
I try
babe.
not to. Yeah, but I try not to because then I get stuck in it.
That's why you just need another person to like talk to about it, because then you can just be like, that person can be like, dude, that's fucked up. Want to watch this video?
Yeah. That's what friends do. You talk about all your existential crises, and then you vibe.
Yeah, then you just gotta vibe with it.
And you distract yourself a little bit.
Hell yeah. Oh
Anyways,
my God. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us.
Stay safe.
Get one of those paintings. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Even if this is over by the time this comes out, wash your damn hands.
God, wash your fucking hands.
That's like, I knew this was a thing before, but
hands.
like it's come to light that like even more so that some dudes, after they go to the bathroom, they just don't wash their hands.
I don't.
You nasty.
You nasty. It is.
And wash your damn hands.
I don't.
It's like there's that quote from Sex Education, that Netflix show, where it's like, wash your hands, you dirty pig.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Just wash. Just do it. Just all the time. It's fine. It'll help a lot in a lot of things. Like, you won't die.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, here we are. Okay. So yeah, we have an email. It's liminalspacespod@gmail.com.
Tell us about what you've been doing in your self-quarantine.
Yeah, tell us how you've been taking care of yourself and your others around you. What you've been doing for fun, maybe. I don't know. And have you enjoyed the opera? It's only on this week, but yeah.
Can you go back and rewatch?
Unfortunately not. They only do it like it's only available for like one night, but it's like for 20 hours after they like release it.
I mean, we'll see how long this goes on. Maybe they'll do it again.
Maybe, honestly, I hope so. But they're also, the website itself has a time, like a little clock in the corner, and it's a Rolex watch. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's the opera. What do you expect?
I know, but I'm just also like, are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, so we have our Twitter is Liminal Space Pod at Twitter. I don't know how social media work.
Yeah.
I have a Twitter as well that I also do not know how work. It is Arsenic and New Lace. If you haven't seen Arsenic and Old Lace, it's one of my favorite movies ever, and you should go watch it.
I think you mentioned that. We have to watch that at some point.
Have to. It's my favorite movie ever. It's so fucking funny. But it's from the 40s. But it's also so fucking funny.
I love that. I'm also super thick. I was looking for a notebook to write my notes in for this episode, and I used my sketchbook that doesn't have lines. And
your mouse pad is a notebook.
I 100% forgot that I use an actual notebook with lines as my mouse pad, and I just remembered right now looking at Nick holding it. So that's fun.
Oh my god, I love that.
This is a good representation of my brain remembering things.
Hell yeah.
There's another recent one that I fully, something I just fully forgot.
Oh, was it the tea in the kitchen?
There was the tea in the kitchen where Nick asked if we had orange pico tea, and I was like, no, we just don't drink it. And then next time they came over, I was like, oh, there's this giant box, I'm talking probably, less than a foot, but it was a big box.
It's big, and it's
sitting
mostly
on the
full.
Counter.
Yeah.
But it's there all the time, so my brain just doesn't process it.
Because you never use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Or my dice were on my desk, and I just fully couldn't see them.
I couldn't either, to be fair, though.
But anyways, I have social media.
You do. You're on Instagram at Adele Bernadette, and on Twitter at Adele_Palm.
Oh my god, you know my handles.
I do. I know how to handle you.
Oh boy.
But that was a really bad one, actually. Yes, Luna. Hi, baby.
And
this is Luna. She's on Instagram.
She is LunaPupper_.
She's a sweet baby. You should go. I don't care if you follow me I don't really care if you follow Adele either. That's your choice. You better fucking follow Luna on Instagram.
She's pretty cute. Sometimes I'll forget to post for like ages, but then like the other day I just posted like 4 different images all at once just because I was like, I should dump these.
Yeah. I try to remind Adele now every once in a while when I remember. So, by the way, you should like go post another photo of Luna.
Yeah, I
soon.
should. I don't know if I have any really recent ones, but I probably will soon now that it's getting nicer out.
Hell yeah.
We'll get to take her out more for runs and stuff. And
provided the quarantine ends.
Yeah. Well, even we can take her out to the field and stuff and play.
I know, I was joking.
But yes.
Or was I?
Hopefully it doesn't get as bad as the other places, and then we actually can't leave our house even.
Yikes.
At least we do. We'd have to like. She'd be so pissed, Luna, because we like most of the time she doesn't like going to pee or poo in the backyard.
Yeah, no.
Like she only goes on
house.
It is a part of her house, and she only goes mostly on walks. She will once in a while, and she also needs to get her sillies out.
Yeah. Wild.
But fingers crossed we don't get that far.
Yeah, so anyway, our intro and outro music is Into the Woods by Purple Planet Music.
Mm-hmm.
I love that music so much. Think about it all the time, listen to it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not even joking. Like, sometimes
Really?
when I, like, need to, like, focus on something, I'll just put that on the background.
Nice.
And it's, like, good, sweet Twin Peaks jazz kind of thing.
Fair. Yeah, that's true. I'm the stereotypical student, and
Lo-fi beats for study.
I actually do, because it's one of those things that I'll have my headphones in so it blocks other noises. Yeah. And it's just enough to have something going on. And like I don't have it very loud. I have it at like 2% or something. Like it's very, very quiet, but it's enough to like keep my brain occupied. This is also where I'm like, maybe I do have minor
like a little bit
ADHD and
like
don't really know. It's enough to like keep some part of my brain kind of occupied as I also like it helps me focus on my actual work and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
The thing that's always looking for like another thing to do is like focused on the music. And
yeah. But anyways.
Yeah. So this has been our outro. I think it was like 6 minutes long. It's fine.
We get distracted.
Hell yeah,
very easily.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe, wash your hands. Thank you for listening. Stay entertained. Take care of yourself and your brain.
We love you, bye.
Hopefully this will be over by the time this comes out, but we'll see.
We'll see. We will see. Bye.
Bye.
I love the fact that you can hear the tick-tock of your clock.
Yeah, it's one of those, it's fully, like, sensory, like, ignore it because it's just there all the time. I forget it's there most of the time. And then somebody's like, why is your clock so loud? I'm like, oh.
I didn't notice it when we were recording the first one. I'm noticing it now. I think I noticed it when we were, like, very silent. Mm-hmm. And then I can't stop noticing it.
Yeah.
It's just such a noise.
It is quite a noise. Like, if you're not used to it, it is a loud TikTok. It took me a while to get used to it.
I mean, I fix clocks. I fix clocks. I fix watches. I mean, like...
Yeah.
But watches, even watches that tick are, like, very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's deafeningly silent.
I don't have one yet. You know this.
I know, but I'm just...
Nick looked at me when they had their intro picked out and was just like smiling and nodding, and I just like scowled and shook my head.
It was pretty great.
I don't know. I'm always bad at thinking of them.
But this is what I mean. Like, we're on so much of the same page now that like we didn't say anything.
No, I know. That's like you made an analogy earlier, and I didn't really fully understand what you were talking about, but I still responded in the perfect way.
Okay, so Adele made... I
was making eggs.
Making eggs. And Adele's like, how runny do you want them? And I'm just like, I want them trying to escape from jail. And Adele just went...
I said something about, like, I think it's a little late from that. I think they're struggling a little bit, but, like, they'll still get out there.
Yeah, and I just had this like moment of elation. I'm like, you understood that weird ass metaphor that I just made. Thank God.
And I was like, well, I like what was what were you actually trying to say? Because I was just kind of going with it.
And I was like, I want them running so much that they're trying to escape from jail.
Running.
Yeah, like running.
And I was just like, oh, I did not put those dots together. I was just kind of thinking, like, I don't know what I was actually thinking.
You're just playing along.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you
still
turned, and
got
the eggs
it.
were great. The eggs were great, and they were the perfect.
Oh, thank you. I make a great breakfast.
You do make a good breakfast.
Oh, thank you.
Breakfast is the only thing I can't make though, so.
I love that. Yeah, that one, and I learned how to make a pretty good omelet from Anthony from Queer Eye, his cookbook. I got it.
Can I borrow that sometime, by the way?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay, I'll grab that before.
It's very good.
Nice.
I got to see him live too, and he is so much more chaotic in person than they show on the show.
I think they actually have to tone it down.
Yeah, probably.
There's a lot of chaos going on.
There is, but he was just such a chaotic energy. He was all over the place.
I love
and
that.
It might have just been excitement, but oh my, he was so precious. Anyways, his the way that he tells you how to make an omelet is really good and really tasty, and I'll do that sometimes. And I don't really get the like folding part properly done, but it's still like good enough that it still tastes really good.
Yeah, then that's the point.
So
that's what you really need. I recently binged the entirety of Queer Eye, and then I found then I finished it, and I was like, what am I going to do with my life now? And then I found Queer Eye Japan, and I was like,
yeah. Have you seen the Australia one too? It's like a special. It's on YouTube.
Oh, I haven't.
It's like 15 minutes, so it's not nearly as long, but it's like a nice little
pop-in.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna look that up later.
Hell yeah.
I miss them. I want them back.
They're very good.
I cried so much that week.
Yeah.
And yet it was a good cry.
Oh, all of them are such good cries. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love that show so much. I also have the book if you want to borrow that one too, like the Queer Eye book.
I might borrow that too.
I love it so much. I love them.
They're so
I want to be all their best friends.
My blog title for the longest time is just I want to make Caramel Brown proud. And
Caramel Brown instead of Karamo?
Yeah. Well, no, it's like that because it's the weird way I have to physically force myself. It's the way I have to physically force myself to say his name Karamo,
not caramel,
because my mind immediately goes Karamo, but it sounds so much like caramel when I say it.
Yeah, it was pretty close, like caramel.
Yeah, like caramel, but it's like Karamo, and that's the way my brain wants it to go. And I'm like, I know that's not right. I'm a terrible person. I'm trying.
No,
But
that's good. I'm sure you'd find it very charming.
I don't know if you would. But, like, there's also part of...
Did you see... Like, he thinks everything's great. He's very sweet.
He's the best person. They're all the best people, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that one that you sent when I made the... I sent the...
You're trying to make the Homestuck joke!
I did. I sent a joke about it, and then you're like...
Can you behave?
Instead of the can you believe? And I was like, I've never seen that, and I'm stealing it. I love that. Can you behave? No. I love that.
I've been waiting so long to be able to use that.
I love it so much. I'm so glad that was the moment.
It was so good.
I still don't have an intro.
This is our intro.
This is our intro now.
This is our intro show. So good show. Thanks for coming, everyone.
See you next time.
Our music has been Into the Woods by Purple Planet Music.
Stop. No. We have an actual show to do still, I swear. I swear.